You might think prepping is all about stockpiling tons of gear, right? Well, here's a twist. Having too much gear can actually slow you down when seconds count. Real preppers know it's about choosing the right survival pieces, not just hoarding random stuff. But what if I told you that number 7 on this list isn't just essential, it's literally a lifesaver that most people overlook. Stick around because today, we're diving deep into the 15 essential survival gear pieces that no true prepper leaves behind. By the end, you'll be armed with gear knowledge that could mean the difference between chaos and control. In a real survival scenario, picking the right gear can be the difference between facing a serious mess or coming out with a grin on your face. Every prepper knows it's not about hauling junk for the sake of it. Quality and purpose are what matter most. Think of building your survival kit like a chef crafting a dish. Every ingredient has to add flavor, functionality, and that essential touch of security. It's not just about having tools, but having the right tools that'll back you up when things really get tough. Now, imagine yourself smack in the middle of a situation where the unexpected is the norm. No power, rain pouring down, biting, cold, or even that eerie silence that sends chills down your spine. Having well thought out gear makes you feel in control. For instance, a solid survival knife, a multitool, or a tough flashlight are items you simply can't do without because they become extensions of your own hands. Experienced preppers understand that picking gear carefully isn't just fussiness. It's a survival strategy, and it doesn't always mean high-tech or expensive. Equipment experience shows that the best preppers know their tools inside out and squeeze every drop of usefulness from them. More than that, they test every piece, practice with it, and make sure nothing fails when they need it most. Want an example? Many have been in situations where a simple piece of well-chosen rope saved the day, while fancy gadgets just sat unused. Now, let's dive into the first essential piece of gear no prepper ever leaves behind. A survival knife isn't just another tool, it's often the heart and soul of a prepper's gear. Imagine being out in the wild, where your knife becomes your go-to for everything. Building shelter, preparing food, or even But here's the catch. Not all knives are created equal. The real preppers know to choose a blade that's tough, versatile, and easy to maintain. A good survival knife won't just slice. It'll stand the test of harsh conditions without letting you down. What makes a survival knife indispensable is its reliability in high-stress moments. Picture this. You're caught in a downpour, the cold's biting, and you need to cut rope or carve wood quickly. Your knife needs to work flawlessly. No questions asked. Seasoned preppers often recommend models with full tang construction for strength, corrosion-resistant steel, and a comfortable grip, features that make the difference between struggle and smooth survival. Think of it as the ultimate sidekick. In your survival story, it's not just about the knife's specs. Knowing how to use it skillfully is what really counts. Many beginners underestimate this, but real preppers train constantly, practicing cutting techniques, sharpening skills, and safe handling. If you haven't tried it yet, pick up a quality blade and spend some time learning its nuances. Soon enough, it'll feel like a natural extension of your hand, a trusty companion in any survival scenario. Speaking of companions, next up is a piece of gear that lights up even the darkest moments. A tactical flashlight isn't just for lighting your way. It's a survival tool with multiple faces. In low visibility or pitch black situations, having a reliable light source can literally be a lifesaver. But beyond lighting up your path, these flashlights often feature sturdy construction, adjustable brightness, and even strobe modes to disorient threats or signal for help. For a prepper, this gear is like carrying a small but powerful beacon of control in chaos. Imagine being out there when the power goes out unexpectedly, or you're navigating dense woods at night. A flashlight that's waterproof, shockproof, and fits comfortably in your hand changes the game completely. Preppers swear by models that use LED bulbs for longevity and battery efficiency. Plus, rechargeable options add convenience. But knowing how to swap batteries in a pinch is equally important. A little preparedness goes a long way. What really sets the tactical flashlight apart is how it can boost your confidence in survival scenarios. It's not just about seeing, but about feeling safe and in command. Taking time to practice with it, learning the different modes, and pairing it with other gear, like a multi-tool, multiplies its usefulness. Now, speaking of multi-tools, that's the next essential gear piece we'll dive into. Versatile, compact, and oh so handy. When it comes to survival, versatility is king, and that's exactly where the multi-tool shines. Think of it as carrying an entire toolbox in your pocket, from pliers and screwdrivers to small blades and even scissors, all packed into one compact device. Real preppers swear by multi-tools because they solve countless problems on the fly. No matter if you're fixing gear, preparing food, or making quick repairs on shelter, what makes multi-tools a prepper's best friend is their ability to adapt. For example, you might need to tighten a screw on your gear, open a can, or even cut a fishing line, all in the same moment. Having a multi-tool ready means you don't have to scramble for separate tools when every second counts. Plus, the best models are built tough, designed to last through harsh conditions without failing you. But owning a multi-tool isn't enough. Knowing how to use it effectively is what separates a casual user from a seasoned prepper. Spend time familiarizing yourself with each function and practice deploying tools quickly. It's like learning to play an instrument. The better you know it, the smoother your performance in real situations. Next, we'll explore another piece of gear that often gets overlooked but is absolutely crucial. Fire is the ultimate survival tool. It provides warmth, a way to cook food, purifying water, and even a morale boost when things get tough. That's why fire starter kits are a must-have in any prepper's gear. But not just any fire starter will do. The best ones are reliable under all conditions, rain, wind, or snow. Because in survival, you don't get a second chance to light up when you need it most. A great fire starter kit often combines multiple methods like waterproof matches, magnesium rods, and flint, giving you options when one method fails. Preppers often share stories of how having a trusty fire starter saved them hours of frustration, or worse, hypothermia. One practical tip is to keep your fire starter in a dry, easily accessible spot, and practice starting a fire with it regularly. To build confidence and speed, learning to start a fire is more than just striking a match. It's an art form that every prepper should master. Think about practicing different techniques, from using kindling and tinder to creating windbreaks around your fire pit. This hands-on skill turns your gear from just stuff into life-saving magic. And speaking of magic, next up we'll talk about a survival gear piece that's as simple as it is powerful. In any survival situation, clean water is king. Without it, your chances start dwindling fast. That's why a reliable water filtration system is non-negotiable gear for every It's not enough to just find water. You need to make sure it's safe to drink. These filtration devices remove bacteria, protozoa, and sometimes even viruses, turning questionable water sources into life-saving hydration. Preppers often carry compact filters or purification tablets that fit right into their survival kits, lightweight and easy to use. Imagine trekking through the wild, spotting a river, but knowing you can't just drink straight from it. That's where your filter comes in, allowing you to drink confidently and stay energized. Learning to operate and maintain your water filtration gear can literally save your life. Don't just stash your filter away. Practice using it before you need it. Familiarity means faster action when it counts, and that can make all the difference. Plus, knowing how to identify natural water sources and understanding contamination risks complements your gear perfectly. Up next, let's explore a piece of survival equipment that's often underestimated but incredibly essential. Paracord might just be the most underrated piece of survival gear out there, but seasoned preppers know it's a real lifesaver. This lightweight yet incredibly strong cordage can be used for 100 different things, from building shelter and making snares, to repairing gear, or even as a tourniquet in emergencies. It's like carrying a Swiss Army knife in string form. What's truly fascinating about paracord is its versatility. For example, you can unravel the inner strands to use as fishing lines, sewing threads, or even to reinforce your shoelaces. I've seen preppers pull off some pretty amazing feats with just a length of paracord. From crafting makeshift harnesses to rigging emergency traps, the key is to carry a good length and know a few basic knots, which can turn this simple gear into a survival powerhouse. The beauty here is how lightweight and compact paracord is, yet it packs an enormous punch when it comes to utility. Every prepper should have at least 50 feet tucked away in their kit, along with some knot tying skills to back it up. Speaking of indispensable skills, next we'll dive into another essential piece of gear that often makes all the difference. The emergency blanket is one of those survival gear items that seems almost too simple to matter, but don't let its size fool you. This thin, reflective sheet can trap your body heat and protect you from hypothermia, a real threat in any survival situation. Preppers trust these blankets because they're lightweight, compact, and can make the difference between shivering in the cold and staying warm through the night. Picture yourself stranded overnight in unpredictable weather, the temperature dropping fast. Having an emergency blanket in your kit means you can create a cozy microenvironment, reflecting heat back toward you and shielding from wind or rain. It's the kind of gear that works silently behind the scenes, yet when you need it, it's an absolute lifesaver, beyond just warmth. Emergency blankets can serve multiple purposes, as makeshift shelters, rain covers, or even signaling devices with their shiny surfaces. The best preppers always carry one or two, tucked neatly with their other essentials. Up next, we'll explore a piece of gear that lights your path but also keeps you connected to the world around you in a survival scenario. Information is power, and a portable radio becomes your lifeline to the outside world. When cell phones fail and internet disappears, a reliable radio can keep you updated on weather alerts, emergency broadcasts, or rescue efforts. For any prepper, having this gear means not being left in the dark, literally and figuratively. Think about it. In a crisis, knowing what's going on around you can shape your decisions and keep you one step ahead. Many survival radios come with multiple power options, hand crank, solar, or batteries, ensuring you're never without a signal. Plus, some models include flashlights and USB chargers, adding even more versatility to your kit. But it's not just about owning the gear. Knowing how to tune into the right frequencies and maintain your radio is key. Preppers often practice using their radios and keep a list of important stations handy. Staying informed isn't just smart, it's essential for survival. Next, let's talk about a piece of gear that can literally keep you fed when resources are scarcely, when the usual food sources dry up. A compact fishing kit can turn any nearby stream or lake into a pantry. For real preppers, this gear is more than just a convenience. It's a reliable way to secure protein and calories when traditional supplies run low. The beauty lies in its portability. Small hooks, lines, and lures packed neatly into a tiny kit that fits in your pocket. Fishing might seem like a skill reserved for the outdoorsy, but it's surprisingly approachable. Learning basic knots, how to bait a hook, and reading water currents can dramatically increase your success rate. Preppers often recommend practicing in familiar environments to build confidence before relying on it in survival mode. Beyond just catching fish, a fishing kit can also be used creatively, like setting snares or traps for small game. This kind of resourcefulness separates those who survive from those who struggle. Up next, we'll explore another piece of gear that keeps you clean and healthy when sanitation is a challenge. Hydration is critical when survival is on the line. And carrying a portable water bottle with a built-in filter takes your gear to the next level. This isn't just any bottle. It lets you grab water from almost any source and drink safely, removing harmful bacteria and sediments. For preppers, this kind of gear means staying hydrated without the bulk of carrying gallons of water. Imagine trekking through rugged terrain, knowing you can refill your bottle from a stream without second-guessing its safety. The convenience and peace of mind this provides are invaluable. Plus, many bottles are designed to be lightweight and durable, perfect for long hikes or emergency evacuations. The key to maximizing this gear is regular maintenance and practice. Preppers recommend cleaning filters regularly and understanding their lifespan to avoid surprises. Being proactive about your hydration strategy can make all the difference in tough situations. Next, let's look at a survival tool that ensures you're prepared to start a fire in almost any condition. A magnesium fire starter is a staple in any prepper's survival gear because it guarantees a spark, even when the weather is less than cooperative. Unlike matches or lighters that can fail in rain or wind, striking magnesium produces a shower of hot sparks that can ignite almost any tinder. This tool gives you confidence knowing you can start a fire when it truly matters. Preppers love magnesium fire starters not just for reliability but for their simplicity and durability. You don't need batteries, fuel, or fancy setups. Just scrape some magnesium shavings onto your tinder, strike the ferro rod, and watch sparks fly. This low-tech solution is tried and true, a favorite among survivalists who prioritize function over flash, of course. Having the gear is only half the battle. Mastering how to use it is where true preparedness shines. Practicing lighting fires with magnesium, especially in different weather conditions, turns an uncertain task into second nature. Speaking of essentials, next up is a piece of survival gear that's a small item with a big impact. No survival gear list is complete without a well-stocked first aid kit. Injuries happen when you least expect them, and having the right medical supplies can mean the difference between a minor setback and a life-threatening situation. Real preppers take their first aid seriously, customizing kits with essentials like bandages, antiseptics, and pain relievers tailored to their specific environment. Beyond the basics, some preppers include items for more advanced care, like tourniquets, burn dressings, or even suturing kits, especially if they expect to be far from professional help. Taking a first aid course can elevate your readiness, giving you the confidence to act quickly and correctly when it counts. Remember, knowledge paired with gear saves lives. That's also important to regularly check and replenish your kit, making sure nothing's expired or missing. Keeping your first aid kit accessible and knowing how to use every item inside transforms it from just another bag into a true lifesaver. Up next, let's explore another piece of gear that adds both protection and peace of mind. Protective gloves might seem like a small piece of survival gear, but they're a true game changer when it comes to keeping your hands safe and functional. Whether you're handling rough materials, building shelter, or dealing with sharp objects, gloves protect you from cuts, blisters, and infections, injuries that can quickly derail your survival efforts. Seasoned preppers choose gloves that balance durability and dexterity, allowing them to perform delicate tasks without sacrificing protection. Leather gloves, for example, offer great resistance while still giving a good grip, whereas synthetic gloves can provide water resistance and flexibility. It's worth having a couple of pairs tailored for different tasks. Don't overlook the importance of gloves in cold weather, either. Keeping your hands warm prevents frostbite and maintains your ability to work efficiently. Prepping with gloves means you're protecting your most valuable tools, your hands, so you can keep pushing forward no matter what. Up next, a piece of gear that can truly save your skin in survival situations. A survival whistle is one of those tiny pieces of gear that pack a huge punch when things go south. It's lightweight, easy to carry, and can carry your call for help much farther than your voice ever could. For preppers, this little gadget is a vital part of their survival kit, especially when lost, injured, or separated from their group. What makes a whistle so effective is its simplicity and the universal nature of its signal. 3 short blasts can mean distress anywhere in the world, making it an essential communication tool in emergencies. Preppers also appreciate whistles with a built-in compass or thermometer, adding even more value to this small device. Practicing whistle signals with your group can make all the difference when time is critical. Knowing how and when to use it can save precious minutes and, ultimately, lives. Now that we've covered the 15 essential pieces, get ready to learn how to put them all together into a kit that truly prepares you for anything to actually make a difference when the unexpected hits. Remember, survival isn't about carrying the heaviest load, but having the right tools at your fingertips. Which of these 15 pieces surprised you the most? Drop a comment below. Let's get a real conversation going because your insight could help someone else prepare better. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss tips that might just save your life one day. Are you ready to upgrade your prepper game and take control of your survival story? Let's make it happen together. So, what's your survival gear looking like right now? Are you ready to strip it down to the essentials that actually make a difference when the unexpected hits? Remember, survival isn't about carrying the heaviest load, but having the right tools at your fingertips. Which of these 15 pieces surprised you the most? Drop a comment below. Let's get a real conversation going because your insight could help someone else prepare better. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss tips that might just save your life one day. Are you ready to upgrade your prepper game and take control of your survival story? Let's make it happen together.